Hi guys, Steve from Vintage Classics, back this week. I missed one last week. My phone, I kept trying to record it and it wouldn't let me do it due to the storage space. I guess I got too many things on it. So I went through and took a bunch of stuff off there, and I'm back this week because I usually shoot them on Mondays, which today is. Today I've got some couple recent pickups, and I'm going to show you a stack of ungraded Hall of Fame, great baseball Hall of Famers that I wanted to show. I'm going to start off by here's the I know I push this magazine, but it's a great magazine. Here's the newest Vintage Collectors from Beckett. Outstanding magazine, and like I told you before, has lots of stories in it. And in the very back, it does have a price guide. Yes, the prices might be a little off, but by sport, but it gives you an idea in the ballpark what to look for. Let me put this out of the way here. Then with the a couple other books I want to show with the Christmas season right around the corner. A good pickup is from my good friend Jim Bark. I know I've mentioned a number of times in other videos. He's authored 3 books: Remembering Roberto Clemente, Remembering Hank Aaron, and Remembering Harmon Killebrew. All of them great books, all available through Amazon. That's Jim Bark, B-A-R-K. And all the proceeds from those books go to cancer research. So by all means, be a great present for someone or yourself. Whether you buy all 3 or you buy one of them. Here's the 3 of them: Remembering Roberto, Remembering Henry, Hank Aaron, and his newest one is Remembering Harmon Killebrew. Like I said, well put together, and you won't be disappointed. Okay, and then I got one other book to show you. I've got the Bobby, My Story and Pictures about Bobby Orr. This one's actually autographed and authenticated. Bobby Orr signed it right there. Okay, signed by Bobby Orr. Here's a certificate of authenticity. Not that I'm ever going to sell it, but it's a good book too. So that's Bobby, My Story and Pictures, Bobby Orr. All right, let me get this out of the way. Disappear for a minute. All right, a couple pickups have come in. I got a few. Actually, got one. I had a few others, but I already put them up. Non-sports ones. This is a 1966 Rat Patrol. One of my favorite shows when I was a kid. Sergeant Troy and Sergeant Moffat. So I picked that up. My wife's like, I thought you collected baseball cards. Well, I do collect baseball, football, basketball, hockey, but every now and then, whether it be Batman or Hogan's Heroes cards, whatever, I pick up some of them. Here's a 66 card of Dick Groat from the Cardinals. I didn't have that card. This one makes mention in the back that Dick was traded to the Phillies October 27th, 1965, because they don't all say that. The line's at the bottom down there. That's a 66 Dick Groat. And then I added a 76 Hostess card of Carlton Fisk. All right. I want to show you one other one I got in. It's a 1984. It's an oversized one of Cal Ripken Jr. Topps card. Great Cal Ripken Jr. I love Lou Gehrig, but if anybody was going to break Lou Gehrig's streak of games played, consecutive games played, couldn't be a better guy than Cal Ripken Jr. Card number 1. I've got a few of these different ball players. All right, let's get to the Hall of Famers. We're going to start off. I got a 1973 Topps of the great Tom Seaver, New York Mets. Then I've got a 1960 Fleer of Tony Push-em-up Lazzari, great Yankee, Hall of Famer. All these guys will be in the Hall of Fame that I'm showing you. And you got Judge Landis. He was actually the commissioner. That was hired to clean up baseball during the 1919 World Series fix with the White Sox and the Reds. The Black Sox scandal is what it's known as. That's Kenshaw Mountain Landis. A lot of people hated him, but he cleaned the sport up. Only to have his ruling going to be overdone because Shoeless Joe, and deservedly so, is going to go in the Hall of Fame within the next few years. Here's a 78 of Willie McCovey, 1978 Topps. All right. Here's a 1967 of Jim Cott, Kitty Cott, great pitcher, great fielder, and a solid hitter. Here's a 65 of Jim Cott. Then we got a 1971 Jim Cott. I got about 3 or 4 Jim Cotts in a row here. This is my set that got it all started for me, 1971. And then you got a 1973 of Jim Cott actually hitting. I told you he was a decent hitter. All right. And then for my buddy Jim Bark, I got a couple, 3 Harmon Killebrew cards. Got a 67 of Harmon Killebrew. I like this guy a lot too. One of my favorites. A 72 of Harmon. And a 1974 of him hitting at the plate, an action shot. Love the action shots, you know me. All right. Then I got a couple of great Catfish Hunter. I got a 1973 of Catfish. Great A's and later on the Yankee pitcher. And I got a nice 1975 colorful because the colors are, I love this card the way it looks. The green border goes great with their uniforms, but there's Catfish Hunter 1975 tops. All right. Then we got 2 Al Kalines. Got a 1969 Al Kaline. And we got a 1974 Al Kaline playing first base. Another one of my all-time favorites. Of course, I have a lot of them, but got 2 Reggie Jacksons. A 72 Reggie Jackson in action at the plate. And we got a 77 of Reggie Jackson. This has been airbrushed. Now, Topps was notorious for airbrushing in the 70s, as you know. And he had just gone from the Baltimore Orioles, very short stint with Baltimore, to the Yankees. So that's been airbrushed. There's Reggie in 77. Mr. October. Then we've got 3 cards of Gil Hodges, in 1966 with the Washington Senators. '70 with the Mets. And 1971 with the New York Mets. All right, then we got 1975 of Ferguson Jenkins. Then with the Texas Rangers, more notably with the Cubs, but did play for the Rangers, played for the Red Sox. Fergie Jenkins. Then we get a 1960 of Whitey Herzog, Hall of Fame manager. He's beloved in St. Louis by the Cardinal fans. Speaking of Cardinals, I've got 3 cards of Bob Gibson, the great Bob Gibson. Here's a 1970. Talk about dominant pitchers. This is one of them right here. Then you got a 1972 Bob Gibson. And we got a 1974. Got a 1967 Whitey Ford, the chairman of the board from the New York Yankees. Then I got a couple Burt Blyleven's to show you. This is a second-year card, 72 tops. And a 1973 tops. Great pitcher. Next is a great manager with the Cincinnati Reds, Detroit Tigers. Here's a 1973 of Sparky Anderson with the Cincinnati Reds. Then we get the 1974 of Sparky. Real name is George Lee Anderson, I believe. Here's a 74 of him. All right, and then we got a couple cards of just selected this past summer, this past July. The great Dick Allen. Here's a 1973 of Dick in action. And a 1975, again, beautiful cards. 75 is a colorful, nice set, beautiful set. I would love to build that set someday. All right, and then we've got a couple of Lou Brock, 72 Lou Brock. Another Cardinal great, Hall of Famer. I know the Cubs and their fans regret trading him to the to the Cardinals. Here's a 76 of Lou Brock on second base. Looks like he's ready to take off and steal third against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Then I've got a 1976, his last card, and it's Hank Aaron. Then with the Milwaukee Brewers. Hammer and Hank. And the last one today is a 1966 of Louis Aparicio. Then with the Baltimore Orioles, shortstop. All right. I got this other. I may have showed this before, but this is a 1961 early win. All right. Now, I think that's all I have for cards to show you. I just wanted to say, hope everybody had a great weekend. Probably should have done this at the beginning, the intro, but hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope your teams did well in the NFL. The Patriots won again, go up to 10-2. I mean, I know we haven't had a very challenging schedule, but a win is a win in the NFL. Although we did suffer some key injuries, which I don't know how that's going to affect us going forward. But I believe we have the Giants up next. The Bruins, they lost to San Jose Sharks last night, so what are you going to do? But the Celtics won, so I got to at least take that. So, but I hope everybody's teams did well. Hope you and your families are doing well, getting ready for Thanksgiving. Hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. May your families be together and safe. And if you are apart, hope you in communications with your family. It's a tough time when you're apart. I was in the military. I did 20 years in the military. 12 and a half of them were on active duty, and I was stationed in Europe for 6 years, I think it was. And the first couple of years in Italy, I was single. So, in fact, I got there in November of 1981, right a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving. I didn't know anybody at Aviano, so it was a lonely period. So I understand what it's like to be away from your family, but hopefully, you can be around friends. So enjoy your Thanksgiving coming up. Be safe. May God bless you and your family. Again, thank you so much for watching. Kevin Paquette, if you're watching, Caesar and I will see you this Sunday. The show's Sunday in Seekonk at the Ramada Inn. So by all means, if you live in the Massachusetts area or New England area and you want to take a little drive, it is a nice show to go to. Kevin, I'm specifically looking for that 1969 Topps Raleigh Fingers. So if you happen to have that, along with, I texted you a bunch of other ones. I don't know if you had a chance to review them or not. But again, thank you for watching. Keep collecting. Until next week, enjoy the rest of your week. Take care. Bye.